Hello and welcome back. We are so close to Eurovision 2025 officially starting. The excitement is building. So I figured this is the perfect time right now to dissect every single country's stage performance, and we're gonna rate them, we're gonna review them, we're gonna rank them, we're gonna do it all. So far we've gotten photos, we've gotten rehearsal clips, and we've even gotten summaries on Reddit from the official Eurovision account explaining what we're gonna see in every single country's stage performance. And so we're gonna grade them from A being awesome to F for fucking horrible. Expect me to talk about the polls that I've been running over the last couple of days where you guys have responded. Thousands of you guys have actually responded, so I'll be sharing those as well. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and turn on the notification bell because I just gotta do this little plug. I'm so close to 50,000 subscribers. It would be a Eurovision dream, a Eurovision miracle to hit that beautiful round number. So if you've been liking the content over the last couple of months, years, whatever, feel free to make my dreams come true with only just a simple click. But on a serious note, I would very much appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. First up, it's Iceland. Now, I'm gonna be honest, as many of you know, I did have a song in Iceland's national final, Virgo with Storm Chaser, and so I should be bitter. I should
hate Vibe. I should think they're not a vibe. I should think Roa is the most disgusting, despicable song on the planet.
But I mean, I like the song, and when I saw that stage performance, I was... It's a Nordic rave on a boat. Then you got LED screens with Minecraft volcanoes, and then you have the silver bucket hats. It is so nice. It is such a cohesive package. You got the steamer geyser-like jets. It feels so Icelandic too and authentic to the country. I also have to say in Reykjavik, I did meet Vibe during the national final. He was so nice. I probably have a little bit of a bias in that sense too. I just genuinely do feel like this stage performance is as strong as it could be. Well, I mean, I guess it could be stronger. I'd give this a B. Let's move on to Poland. So Poland should be higher in the odds because oh my fucking god, that was insane. She may be the oldest contestant in this competition, but she is certainly doing the most. She is literally flying. She is miming the violin. She is dancing like there is no tomorrow in stilettos while singing the craziest freaking notes we've ever heard. So yeah, she may be 52, but turn those numbers around, she looks like she's 25. The word MILF was invented because of this woman. And while she's doing all of that and the LED screens look beautiful and she looks beautiful and the choreography is beautiful, I am reaching for the remote to turn up the volume and I am pulling a muscle while she is just doing everything so gracefully at 52 years old. It is a masterclass. So for me, Poland gets an A. Let's move on to Slovenia. So if you don't already know, this is a raw ballad about Klein, the performer's wife who was diagnosed with cancer. His vocals in that starlit staging are absolutely flawless. But there are certain elements of this performance that I find so encapsulating, so beautiful, the starlit background. And then there's others where I'm like, what the actual fuck is happening here? Not to be disrespectful, I understand that this is a very deep, raw, emotional, and authentic song, but like, why is he spinning upside down? It just takes the emotion out of it for me. We're not at Cirque du Soleil, and it's certainly not one of the performances where I feel like we should be tapping into that. However, it does sell me though at the end when his wife comes into the performance. You didn't expect it. The camera turns, she's there. It's so emotional. It genuinely like makes me teary-eyed. So there's a lot of parts where I feel I'm questioning the performance choices, and then there's parts where I'm like, damn, that is moving me. So I'm giving Slovenia a C. Next up is Estonia. So I will admit, yes, espresso macchiato, it does get stuck in your head. It is an earworm against my will, but vocally, oh man, this is rough. Find the note. To me, also the staging, I feel like the staging is camp without any core. It's essentially what we saw in Istilao, and I know that did very well in Estonia, and he won by an absolute landslide, but let's be real, this is the biggest star in Estonia, so of course he would have won the national final. But when translated to the Eurovision stage, I just find like it feels to me a really tacky, horrendous, gone wrong SNL skit. It's not like intellectual humor. The vocals, lazy. The melody, lazy. The staging, it's what we saw at Istilao, and it's, I guess, on a bigger stage and it looks better to some degree, but it's a little bit of a copy and paste, and for me, it's a little bit lazy. So Estonia is a C for me too. Next up is Ukraine. So there's been a lot of talk online about this performance because a lot of people are getting mad at others who are saying that Ukraine doesn't have good staging this year, and they're getting mad because they're saying, well, Ukraine is limiting their budget for Eurovision because of obviously, you know, the war that's going on. But I just gotta say and end this debate, like, let's be real. Great staging does not necessarily require a lot of funds being put to the performance. Like, that's just not a thing. We've seen this time and time again. Last year, who had the best staging? It was Ireland. They didn't spend all that much money on the performance. Same thing with Moldova, with Duro. They had a very cheap, historically cheap staging, and it was exceptional. I think it came top 10. So yeah, you don't have to tell me that we need tons of money thrown at a country in order for them to have exceptional staging. That's not always the case. Of course, it makes it easier, but let's not use that as an excuse. With that being said, I don't even think Ukraine's that bad this year. I don't know what everyone's up in arms about this year. It almost feels like if ABBA were to come to Eurovision in 2025 to represent Sweden, it obviously with a different song because it would not be like this song whatsoever, but it feels... Oh my my god, I almost dropped the water. It feels like that for ABBA. And for me, Ukraine is a B. Next up is a heavy hitter. It is Sweden. So this performance basically tells the story of what happens when you have 3 Swedish-speaking Finnish individuals who walk into a sauna with a large sausage and then they end up in techno laser light rave. Such a common story. It happens to so many people. I will say the energy is definitely a little bit down since their Melody Festival and performance, and judging from the comments that I've seen online, it feels like a lot of people are feeling the same thing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's now 3 dancers in the background, and in Melfest they had more. So yeah, although the energy is lacking comparatively, I gotta say the visuals are a lot stronger. The laser light neon finale is an eyegasm. The fire, the pyro is absolutely wild. For me, I'm not as peeved. Like, listen, it's not my favorite song, but I'm not as peeved as a lot of other people are. So I would give this a B+. It's a B, but it's a B+. Next up is Portugal. So yeah, I asked my followers what their least favorite performance was, and Portugal is definitely up there, not vibing with a lot of people. It's emotional, solid vocals, but the staging is just not there. The clouds, the muted colors of their clothing. This feels more like open mic night at a bar in Lisbon more than like a Eurovision moment. So I'm gonna give this a D. D stands for dreaming, because that's what I will be doing when this performance is on, because I'll be sleeping.
Harsh, but
I've got to speak my truth. Next up is Norway. So, I mean, I loved Kyle Alessandro's performance in Melody Grand Prix, and this just feels like that performance, but on steroids. Stone pillars, stunningly beautiful mountain LEDs, flaming pyro, and Kyle is dodging flame jets in armor like it's a Marvel audition. This guy is not just performing, he is leading a rebellion against bad staging. You heard that, Portugal? Bad staging. No, that's mean, I can't do that. There's so much pyro in this. I don't know how Kyle is not getting second-degree burns, but that's besides the point. I love it. Norway is unsurprisingly an A. Next up is Belgium. Belgium came to blind us and also give us a seizure, and honestly, given the fact that the song is called Strobe Lights, I respect it. The lighting, the graphics, the very precise choreography, it hits every single beat to the song, and it's like so satisfying to watch. There's great LED floor work. It builds into a rave-worthy strobe explosion at the end, and it's exactly what a song called Strobe Lights should deliver. Similar to Norway, staging intuitive but so sleek, it's executed to perfection, and so for me, it's an A. Speaking of A, we're moving along to Azerbaijan. So I am a sucker for shadow dancers on the LED screen. We've seen it with Go A from Ukraine a couple years ago, and this is a recipe for success for many countries because those performances, those acts did very well. And I totally get why, because even looking at Azerbaijan's performance, like it looks like there are actually like 50 people on stage. It adds to the energy of their performance. Then you have the Saz solo, and then you also have just Azeri visuals. You have the flame. Azerbaijan is the land of fire. Like it just feels so right for Azerbaijan, kind of similar to how Iceland feels right for Iceland. I will say in the rehearsal clips, I know this is not related to staging, but in the rehearsal clips, the vocals were not as glossy as they are in the studio production, but staging wise, it does seem to slap. So yeah, I'm giving this a B for overall vibes and visual execution. Next up is San Marino. I'm gonna be blunt. I hate seeing DJs at Eurovision. I know that's horrible. Eurovision is a place for everyone. Just personally speaking though, when I watch a DJ mime DJing, it is what a way to kill a vibe. I also gotta say, the song is called Tutto Italia. Like that means all of Italy, except the LED visuals are showing the Colosseum and not much else of Italy. I wanna see the north, I wanna see the south, I wanna see the central, I wanna see Italy, all of Italy. Instead, I see a man miming, twisting knobs on a D, like it just, what can I say about this? It does seem to be the only performance that I can recollect that has like fireworks, and those are visually appealing to some extent. I don't know, it's a fun concept, and maybe if there was no DJ on stage, which I know he's like the main guy, but if there was no DJ, maybe I'd like it more. Personally, I'm so sorry. It's an F. That is hard. Next up is Albania. Visually, this is stunning with the Lego staircase and the LED just fever dream. Of course, Albania has to go with the red and black stage colors. They love their country's flag. And some years it doesn't work, but in this song, it actually feels right to have the red and black staging. And it's interesting, they actually divided the red and the black with the stage performance, which, yeah, I don't know what to feel about that, but I like it. It looks good. But I got to admit that there's no part of this performance that like really stands out. And I always say in a sea of 26 songs in the final, you have to have a moment, and it's pretty and it's nice to look at and it feels right for the song, but I'm not like gagged by anything happening. The one thing that is happening that I am gagged at is her dress, which was made by her mom, and it is probably honestly my favorite outfit of Eurovision 2025. So shout out to Beatrice's mom. Overall, I would say I'm gonna give Albania a B. Next up is the Netherlands. So let's start with the positives. Claude has charisma oozing from his soul, his blood, his veins, it's there. And that's all the positives for the staging. Good night, guys. The vocals were really shaky in that rehearsal performance. Maybe he's getting adjusted to the sound in his ears, the ear monitor. I'm not too sure what went on there, but the vocals need to improve because this is heavily a jury bait song. I mean, it should do well with the teleboat. I don't know how it's going to do at this point because the staging is not that good. The staging's just all over the place. He transitions from the dancers and then he goes to the violins and then the LED screen is not even there until the very end of the song, so it just feels very empty as a whole. From the poll that I put up where I asked everyone to rank their least favorite stage performance, the Netherlands was also at the top. So for me, I'm so sorry. It kills me to do this. The Netherlands gets an F. Maybe things will change. Next up is Croatia. Now, I gotta be real. I don't like this song. It's one of my least favorite of the year. The song is called Poison Cake, and to me, that poison cake is definitely underbaked. But the staging from the national final performance at Duro to now, this has fully elevated. The guy's wearing interesting fur-lined cape, which feels right for the song. We have crazy storm-like LEDs. Then we have spell-casting dancers. It's very theatrical. It's exactly what this performance needed. Is it like Ireland last year, where it's a theatrical song and the staging was like the best of the year? No, but I think Croatia could be pretty proud of this elevation, and so it's a B for me. Next up is Cyprus. As I always say, Eurovision winners, not saying this is gonna win, but I'm just gonna say, Eurovision winners need something new from a staging perspective. They always seem to push the boundaries, think outside of the box. They're always innovative. Loreen was in a sandwich. Nemo sung opera and spun around in a circle while doing it like a mad person. And this year, Theo is pushing the boundaries. We have moving scaffold towers. We have just insane gymnastic choreography and drama. It keeps you at the edge of your seat. It is like Cirque du Soleil in some parts. Cyprus, I don't know what to say. This is a masterclass in staging, and it's no surprise considering the fact that the guy who staged this performance is the same guy who staged Ireland's performance last year, which I keep on making reference to, but that was the gold standard of staging performances for 2024. We gotta keep our eye on this Sergio stage designer person, because like, what the actual heck? You know those people who are just like so young, but they're so good at the craft, and it's like, you were born to do that. You are a prodigy. That is this Sergio man. Yeah, so for me, Cyprus it's an A+. Next up is Australia. On the Eurovision rehearsal footage for his performance, the performer actually wrote magician or musician, and he says that because he comes out of the blender in a completely different outfit. It does feel like magic. It's kind of wackadoodle, and then on top of that too, this song is sexual. It's the 69th Eurovision Song Contest. It's called Milkshake Man. You know, it has interesting connotations there that I'm not going to get into here, but let's just say that when he gets out of that performance, he's showing where the milkshake comes from. Malta's serving cunt, and Milkshake Man is serving junk. And overall, it keeps your attention throughout the full 3 minutes, and I can't say that honestly about a lot of songs this year. So yeah, not saying it's a weak year. I'm just saying this is really captivating, and so for me, it's a B. Next up is Montenegro. There's quite a bit of stuff to dissect here. So first of all, the stage performance, the LEDs are a little boring. There's not a lot happening there. I would have liked it to be lightning, thunder, strobes maybe. Like, it could have been a lot more, especially near the end of the song. However, there's so much fog on this stage. It almost feels like they took the clouds in Basel and they put it on the bottom of the stage and spurted it out, and I do like that. The outfit is really interesting. I love that it's white. It is a stark contrast to the very dark, creepy backgrounds. However, it's really weird. Like the shape here, like it almost feels like she brought her bed onto the stage in Basel. Like she's wrapped in covers, and then this area is kind of giving like pillow. It feels like she could just take a nap if she leans on one side or something. Overall, it's pretty good. The vocals, I mean, are unreal. The staging is mediocre, a little questionable with the fashion, but like it's decent. So I give Montenegro a C. Next up is Ireland. Now, I was so nervous for Ireland because this is one of those songs that is very juvenile. It feels almost like Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Not saying it's a bad song, but it is catering towards a younger demographic, at least sonically. And so they could have gone down a stage route that would have made it look very tacky. However, instead, it looks pretty tasteful. The neon space dogs are quite fun. The Leica constellation, fan of that. I mean, this is Eurovision at its most playful and polished. I think Leica would be very proud, and so am I. Overall, from the national final performance that Ireland had to now the Eurovision stage performance, I'd say this is definitely one of the biggest glow-ups, undoubtedly. So I'm gonna give this an A. Next up is Latvia. So they brought their spell-casting folk energy from Supernova in the Latvian national final performance to the performance in Basel. Except, once again, they've elevated the shit out of this. The cat suits, incredible, LED generated tails, hypnotic lighting, and then that curtain, it works so well in this performance. This is such a feast for the eyes. This is not a performance. This is an enchanted art installation, and for me, it is undoubtedly going to be one of the best of the year. This is an A+, A category. Next up is Armenia. So this was a shock. I did not like this national final performance really much at all, except Parg has improved on every level. He always had the charisma, he always had the the energy, but the voice seems like it's improved and it was already good. And then on top of that too, the enunciation, I can understand the lyrics now a lot better. There's also this really interesting haze on the camera that's like making it look really grunge. And then on top of that, he's shirtless and he's like dirty. He has like dirt and mud on him. It really encapsulates what you feel like the energy should be for a song like this. Industrial, cinematic, and sweaty in a great way. So yeah, I'm giving Armenia an A. I'm sorry, sue me. I know a lot of people don't love this song, but I gotta be real, the staging is A for amazing. Speaking of A, we're moving on to Austria. So Austria is definitely taking one of the biggest risks of the year. They are having a performance that is gonna be completely broadcast in black and white. I cannot remember, I've been watching Eurovision since 2009. I cannot remember a performance where that risk has ever been taken. And the last time that Eurovision was ever completely in black and white was 1967. So I don't know, some Eurovision historian, is this the first full performance that we're getting in black and white since 1967? Either way, it feels very right. The visuals are incredible. He's on a boat the whole time. He's holding on to a mast for his life as if, you know, his life depends on it. The camera work is unreal. It's so dramatic. It's so Eurovision. If I were to criticize one thing, and this is just such a small thing, he is exceptional. The voice is unreal. His emotion that he transmits through the microphone is just, it's crazy. I just don't love how at the very start of the performance, it looks like he's smiling a little bit. Maybe it's to like hit the notes. Sometimes the singers tell you to like, but like, I'd rather be like, because I do not want you to look happy when you're singing a song about wasted love. Either way, the stage performance, I mean, like, wow. A+. A. Next up is Greece. I think Greece has some of the best graphics in this whole competition. The doves graphic where it shoots out of her almost, it looks so real. It looks like the doves are like actually on stage. I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, even Spotify, the official Spotify account, commented on the Greek performance on Instagram and just said goosebumps. And I feel that because I feel like Greece has really nailed this performance. It feels emotional. The floor graphics are so bright and bombastic. It's like a visual feast, but it also feels so right for the song. And then on top of that too, you complement that with her voice, which is just exceptional. It's flawless. It's got to be like a top 3 voice of the year. This was not on my radar, but you know what? Greece gets an A for staging. And now we've moved on to Lithuania. So this is basically like a copy and paste. It's same staging pretty much from their national final performance, just a different venue. And since that venue is Eurovision, it's a little bit bigger and a little bit better. I already like their stage performance from the Lithuania national final. It's very different compared to anything else we're seeing on the Eurovision stage this year, and different is great because different stands out, so that's good for votes. But I don't know, is it really like pushing the needle? Is it doing anything like exceptionally crazy, thinking outside of the box like some of these other big acts? No, not necessarily, but I'm still overall quite impressed, and I like that there's like a very consistent idea. There's a consistent visual, a consistent color, consistent aesthetic in terms of their clothing, matching really well with the background, and that feels nice to look at as a whole. So yeah, I'd give Lithuania, I love this song to death. But I have to be real. I feel like it's a C. Hello, welcome back. Yes, I'm in a different environment. Who cares? Let's get started with Malta. Malta, the vocals have improved immensely. Probably the most out of any other contestant from a national final performance to the Eurovision stage. This is so right in every single way. It feels like we're on the set of the music video for Lady Marmalade, you know, that Christina Aguilera Pink song from the early 2000s. And Moulin Rouge, that whole vibe is just so fitting with this song. She emerges from a pair of red sparkly lips. It is so out there. It is so bold. It's visually stunning. And then there's a double outfit reveal, And then, you know, we end off with those Swiss ball moments from the national final performance. We got that in the stage in Basel, and it's just so funny. It's so out there. It's so camp, and it's exactly what the song is all about. So yeah, I'm giving this a grade of an A. Next up, we got Georgia. The vocals are sublime, some of the best of the year, but the staging is a lot. I mean, we're seeing a giant moon, a geometric rock, a red sun, fog, flags, choreography, very interesting choreography. Somehow, none of this lands. It just doesn't fit with the song in a lot of different respects. The outfit that she changes into, it feels like she's representing Australia at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2025. The LEDs really aren't memorable. I mean, the camera angles too aren't really doing her any favors. I'd say the one positive is the choreo is really unique and it feels, I don't know, is that Georgian choreography? I have no idea, but either way, it's interesting and it's captivating in a certain way. But yeah, Georgia, your staging for me is a D. It just doesn't feel like it, nothing is memorable. So yeah, a D for do better. And speaking of Ds, no, I'm not talking about Australia, I'm talking about Denmark. So it's so funny because after this performance was released on the Eurovision Instagram account, she commented and she said like,
oh my god, so embarrassing, my vocals are so bad, LOL.
Girl, if that's bad vocals, you're still outperforming every other act in this competition vocally. I'm gonna be real, I love the song. The rest of the staging's looking a little tacky. I mean, that fabric, that thin thin piece of fabric that's just swaying in the abyss. It's given Go Girl Give Us Nothing. On top of that too, at the very end of the song, she's doing her big vocal moments. She's maneuvering herself through the dancers to get to the front of the stage, and it just looks like not like well prepared. The song for me is an A, but this performance is a little bit of a C. Next up is Czechia. So starting off with the positives, he sounds great, and he also looks great. I mean, the makeup is really interesting. I love the sparkles around the eyes, very nice. But the staging is really lackluster for me. It's all in white, which I like because it stands out. All the other performances are like very colorful, they're vibrant. But aside from that, there's like nothing happening here. Like no props, no fireworks, no fire, no wind. I can anticipate the comments. People are gonna be like, this song doesn't require it. Listen, France's song or a ballad doesn't require all of that zhuzh. But like, this is a pop song. I'm expecting more. Give me like Broken Glass at one point, like an Erik Saade 2011 moment from Sweden. Give me something. It needs more. And so I'm gonna give this a C, but like a C-. Next up is Luxembourg. Now, the 1965 winning song from Eurovision was a Luxembourgish song. It was a song about a girl who was like being controlled almost like by external factors, other people or whatever, and it was like giving the metaphor of like a puppet. This song is playing off of that idea, but instead of being controlled by a puppet, it's kind of about like taking back your control, asserting more dominance. Autonomy is a better word. But for me, the messaging and the way that the staging is approaching that concept is way too subtle. Like, yes, she leaves her dollhouse, and yes, her movements at the very beginning are more static, and then they become a little bit more natural and human near the end of the performance. But I feel like for a bold empowerment anthem, I'm needing staging that encapsulates the message of the song a little bit more explicitly. I will say though, it is very hypnotizing. It's very colorful. It's giving Junior Eurovision, which is that's not a hit necessarily. Like, yes, a little bit juvenile, but at the same time too, Junior Eurovision's always like an eyegasm, and this is a little bit of an eyegasm. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a C. Next up is Israel. I'm gonna be real. The voice was so wrong in this rehearsal footage. The voice does not sound good. This is a performer where like she is being regarded as one of the strongest vocalists of the year, objectively, and I'm concerned because I would give the voice a C in this performance. There was a lot of flat notes here. However, the staging was absolutely gag-worthy. Gag-worthy, like, this is visually big, bold, and expensive. Towering chandelier, like almost like it looks like so expensive, like a Swarovski crystal chandelier birdcage is prime real estate investment on the Eurovision 2025 stage this year. On top of that too, the LED floor like moves and surrounds and encircles this birdcage with like a watery type of motion. It looks so epic. It looks so realistic. It just takes your breath away, truly. Voice, I'd give a C. Stage performance, I'm gonna give an A. Next up is Serbia. Serbia, there's nothing like groundbreaking happening here, but like it all fits and seems right for the most part. It's red. I like his outfit a lot. There's a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. I like the dancers. The one part that just like takes me out of the emotions is when he's being dragged on the LED floor. It just is so unserious, and I don't like that. I want to feel the song. This is the Eurovision Song Contest, and I don't want the performance to detract from the song. Overall, this is like a B-. And finally, in the running order for the second semifinal, we end off with Finland. Finland said Ich komme, which translates to I'm coming, and yes, Erika is coming for blood. This is UMK performance on steroids. The latex is shinier, the boots are thighier, and you know, the confidence is just unmatched. She commands the attention based off of herself. She doesn't need anything else. It's a Eurovision fever dream. It's everything I need at the Eurovision Song Contest, and with a performance in a song like this, that's required. Finland is such an easy A, one of the easiest A's of the day. Now moving along to the big five, we're starting with Germany. Germany said Berlin Techno Club at 4 in the morning, and honestly, it kind of works. We're getting a lot of great elements to this stage performance. I mean, I gotta admit, I don't love the song, but I gotta give flowers where flowers are due. We're having an electric cello. The boombox stage is just so huge. It's so crazy big, and it looks so nice. This is just firing on all cylinders. It looks gritty, looks neon lit. It looks ready for Eurovision. The song for me is like a D, but I gotta be real. That stage performance is giving a B+. Next up is United Kingdom. The outfits are so fun. I love the colors. They look so good. I love the chandelier prop. It's really giving like, okay, we're coming home from a crazy party, chandeliers on the floor. It's giving like we had a wild night. The voices are the best out of any rehearsal. I think the voices just match so well together. The harmonies are absolutely brilliant, and their chemistry is so infectious. These girls are so likable. I mean, the moments where they're like laughing with each other on stage, it just feels so natural and right and real. I don't know. How can you watch this and be like, I'm not having a good time? It's a B. Next up is Switzerland. Switzerland is, okay, first of all, we got to talk about the fact that Switzerland has now increased in the odds more than any other country during the rehearsal, this whole rehearsal thing. This looks like a movie. There's a single continuous handheld shot through the performance with no cuts. There's no dancers, no choreography, no set pieces. There's no props. There's no LED screen in this performance. They're relying on just her and the beauty of this song, and it works well. At the very end of the performance, you get the audience in view. All of the lights are probably going to be shining bright, and it's just going to be such a stunning moment. And I see why Switzerland has really risen in the odds. Overall, this is a very solid A. Next up is Italy. So Italy is not my favorite song this year, and the staging is one of my least favorite stagings too. It's like a Bowie cosplay performance with all the visual energy of a paperweight. The filter that is on the performance is just really like making the, not that there's a lot of color in this performance anyways, but like it's really just mellowing it out and just making it even more boring. I was really begging for the LED screen to do something exciting, something more, but the passion's there, but like the staging is just static, practically lifeless. I'm gonna give this a D. And finally, oh my God, finally, Spain. So this stage performance is kind of broken up into 3 different sections. We have the purple section, the red section, and the white section, each having different choreography. The whole thing is very dramatic, feels very authentically Spanish. She has a black corset with the spiked hips and the thigh boots and a fedora at the start. There's like an opening silhouette where it's just like her, and then there's that like white backdrop. And each act with each different color, as the song progresses, it builds an intensity. Yeah, it's fiery, it's polished, and it's very Spanish, and for me, it's a solid B. So those are my thoughts on all the stage performances. Oh my God, how did I forget about France? It has one of the best stage performances of the year. This is stunning. The sand is coming down from the top of the stage onto her at the very end of the performance. It is so bold of them to try and execute on something like this, but it works very effectively. Such a great way to encapsulate the message of the song. Time is running out every second, and especially with her singing about this song, it's called Mama. Her mom had passed away. She's now a mother herself. Such a great way to represent the essence of this piece. It's interesting here because there's a lot happening, but at the same time, it's still quite minimalistic. It's a girl in a sandbox, the sand falls down, end of the performance. I am like kind of watching this breathless. So yeah, France is, I don't like the song that much, and I've been critical about this girl's voice, but France is an A. My ratings, at least, have nothing to do with the vocals or the song or whatever. It's purely about the staging because this is a Eurovision performance contest, not a Eurovision song contest. And the performance really, really matters. The staging really, really matters. If you enjoyed this video, I'll be trying to roll out as much as I possibly humanly can over the next couple days. We only have one more week, essentially less than a week until the final. And so feel free to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and also comment your thoughts on what your vibes are from the rehearsal videos. In particular, I'm very curious, what do you think are the best and the worst stage performance? For me, Portugal and the Netherlands probably stand out as the ones that I'm most disappointed in. And honestly, there's so many good ones that I can't remember. We're just gonna talk about the ones that I'm most disappointed in. I'll speak to you guys very soon. Goodbye.